It's morphin' time! Oh yeah! Now to power into my costume.
We don't have the budget for that.
No, really?
Yeah,
Oh, do you at least have the budget for the thing when I do the morphing?
we don't have a green screen, so no, we can't do that either.
Oh,
What are you holding? What's that underneath the paper? Does that say Gazor?
it's being held by a sponge, and yeah, it does.
Just go do the review.
Fine, ruin my dreams. It's Power Rangers for PS4. Just play it. Hey guys, it's Rocket Blade here once again. What's up, everybody? Before I get into the review of obviously you saw from the intro, you know what I'm doing today. Go go Power Rangers! You know I'm doing that today, but I'm sorry. But we're gonna do a double feature review today. I know it's a weird one, but considering how short the other game I played was, it kind of makes sense to kind of throw us in there since this game's kind of short on the shortest side too. So my friend Koopa came with the idea. So yeah, what the hell? So don't worry. When I'm done wrapping up and saying what I have to say with Power Rangers, you'll see. It'll be a surprise. You'll see what it is after I talk about Power Rangers. So let's jump into Power Rangers, the video game on PS4. I think Megazord Zone, or I'm probably fucking it up. Koopa can probably put the name. Game. I know it's Power Rangers. It's a Power Rangers game that's on the PS4, Xbox One, and PC. It's a beat 'em up game. It is up to 4 players. Before I really get into the game, the cool thing about it, if maybe Koopa can show the footage whenever he wants, it's up to him. But at one point, when you choose your people, on the PS4, I've noticed it turns into different colors. You can make it either red, yeah, yellow, pink, and green. Sadly, there's no black. It just goes white. We choose black for some weird reason. There's no black, which is weird. But you know, it does all the other most of the colors.
What's that? It's a red light because... Wait, now it's the Black Ranger, so that must mean... What the fuck? But it's the blue, so it's blue! Whoa! I'm tripping out, man!
Also, this I think kind of a bad thing is that Namco Bandai is doing this bad pre-order habits again. Maybe you're asking what I mean by that. Well, if you want to play as a White Ranger, you need to have pre-ordered the game. I didn't pre-order it, so that's why I don't see any White Ranger footage. But at least you're seeing the Green Ranger, so I guess that counts for something, I guess. Woohoo, yeah! Oh well, there's that, I guess. But I mean, I still love the Green Ranger, but I prefer the white. I mean, green's cool, but you know, I like white form. But you know, hopefully in the future they'll release it as like a DLC to buy in the future, which I'm surprised. Come on, Namco Bandai, you did a good job. Went with Naruto, even in or Koopa, and which I've seen for myself, they're kind of fucking up, but like they were doing fine, and now they're fucking up again. I don't know. Yeah. But anyway, so it's essentially like a 4-player beat 'em up, and I know people are giving a lot of shit on the internet. Man, especially this one YouTuber who watched Angry Joe, he was like shitting on it. I was like really surprised. I'm like, wow. I mean, he was like going at it hard, and I'm gonna be honest with you right away though. It's not perfect. I've seen there are better beat 'em ups out there, without a doubt. But to say like the worst beat 'em up ever made, I wouldn't go that far. I mean, obviously, probably they haven't played Double Dragon 3 Dragonstone, because that was like microtransactions before microtransactions was a thing. If you're wondering what do you mean, what I mean by is, like, for example, you know, you play the game, and you know, as the game goes on, the enemies are harder, and if you want to like get stronger, you have to put in, I'm not kidding, quarters to get more health or more strength. And this was a thing, I'm not kidding. It was really bad. And of course, the game was banned, but that was like the birth or the first sightings of microtransactions. So that's, in my opinion, the really bad like Double Dragon, the really bad beat 'em up. But yeah, it's a 4-player co-op beat 'em up. It's pretty cool. It's like I said, it's not the best, but for what you get, it's pretty good. It's pretty smooth, and the combat is fun. Even though people saying the hit detection's weird, me and Koopa and even my little brother Junior, when we played the game, really had no troubles with the hit detection. Well, to be fair, I will say we didn't get it at launch. We got maybe like a little bit after, maybe like a month after it came out. So maybe by then Namco Bandai did like an update and it patched out all those problems because people saying it freeze. I mean, it lagged maybe once or twice, but it never froze on us. And what else? Oh, and the hit detection. I never really had a problem with it personally. We managed to like, maybe sometimes we missed, but you know, most of the time we're like getting our target, hitting him with like no problem at all. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it was a legit. I'm not saying Angry Joe and other people complaints were valid. Maybe when I got it, because I got it late. I didn't get it because you don't see White Ranger because I didn't pre-order. Maybe when I got it, Namco Bandai noticed it and they addressed it and fixed it. So that's why those I didn't really have those kind of problems. But yeah, it's a fun 4-player co-op. It's pretty cheap too. It's like what, $15, and considering what you do, it's not bad. Like up to 6 levels. You fight, you start fighting the putties. You start off as in human form, and basically when you beat them up, you start beating up the putties. You get like your blue bar goes up, and eventually, when you have enough, you press the R2 button, and you morph into the ranger you turn into, which is pretty cool. And then you do some really serious damage and combos. You have like a laser gun, which sadly you don't use a lot of. In some instances you do. Like, I remember there's a couple of times where like there's like a platform where you need to jump to, and there's spikes, so you blow up the wall, so you can like jump there safely without falling into the spikes. That's only like maybe the only really time. That's only really the time I remember even using the gun. Because other than that, it's kind of just there. Because I wish to kind of maybe use the gun more. It's like to kind of either use the gun to break an enemy shield to kind of like attack. Because most of the enemies when they guard, you just kind of like run and press like square or X in this case to like break their guard and then just pound on them and stuff. Or do like a special like up attack to break their guard and bam, and you beat them down before you know it. But people saying it's too monotonous. I think it's fun, just mindless. Would you expect from a good beat 'em up, like like cases like Final Fighter, Streets of Rage? It's just mindless fun. I have fun with it. I like it's just like just mindless beat 'em up fun. I had no complaints. It was just fun, and it's cool. It's cool. It had that nostalgia factor to it because the fact that you are playing with the original Power Rangers, which I grew up with, and it's so it's cool. And it's really cool. Plus now you can do up to 4 people. But there is one complaint though that is valid, which I have to address, is the fact that there's no online co-op. I mean that's cool and all. I mean it's cool for the step, but at least there's couch co-op, so you can play with your friends. But like, let's say for example, if Koopa was in his house, and he couldn't come over, and he had the game, we couldn't play online, which it stinks. Because in this day and age, you have to, like, people have to hold like multiple jobs and so busy and working and stuff. It's more convenient to play online than couch. I mean, I'm like, look, in my opinion, you should have both. Just in case this so happens to be over your house, but just in case they can't get over here and have the copy of the game, well, at least you can play online. Which that's a big mistake. I wish Namco Bandai didn't do that. But hopefully if they do a sequel, hopefully they will fix that and to make it where not only have couch co-op but online co-op. But like I said, not only you fight the putties, you also fight the bird monsters from the Power Rangers movie with Ivan Ooze. You remember
Thunder Warriors?
Yeah, them. Yeah, you fight them too later on. You fight other enemies which I don't recognize from the show, but they're from the show. It's funny though when you see from the footage when you fight the first boss of the game. What I find hilarious is that Rita's saying, "Make the monster grow," but it's already big, Rita. I mean, that we just wasted a breathed sentence, like, because you see the footage, it's like a giant staff, it's already big. why are you making it like roided up or something like Brock Lesnar? Maybe I don't I don't know because it's like he's already big, Rita.
She actually gave a male enhancement.
Oh, okay. But you know, but it's still, and here comes the next problem. The Zord fights itself. It's quick time events. Oh man, you know. It's not bad. It's still fun. I mean, I still enjoy. Well, first, before you even go to that, you get like a little section where you shoot pew pew lasers. Though people don't know that you can hold down the button and shoot a harder laser at the targeted points on the monster to make that section go faster. And then you go to the part where you do the quick time events. But unfortunately, you know, that's all you really do. You know, there's like. I kind of wish, which Koopa came with a good idea, and I wish they would have done this, like, have it like, you know, like a regular, like fighting game, like, beat 'em up thing, like how the NES Power Rangers did, like, have, you know, if it's up to, like, for example, 4 people, like, when you beat down a certain point, then player 2 takes over, then player 3 takes over, like that, or, you know, if it's 2 people half and half, or 3, you work it out, however, like that, so that way, you know, everyone doesn't feel left out, because I admit, like, trying to figure out how to work a Zord with all 4 people at the same time would be kind of an impossible task, and I understand that would be intimidating, but like I think they should have done that, like, you know, have it go down to a certain point, and the person take over at that, like I said, so on, so forth. So that way they can all each have a turn playing as a Zord, instead of doing like square, triangle, X, circle. All right, you win, yeah, you know. I mean, it's still cool to look at. It's still pretty cool, neat to like. Fight all these, you know, giant monsters and just beating the crap out of them, but at the same time, it's like, you know, it's like, I kind of wish I did more with this. I have to agree. So, yeah, you know, the hit detection, you know, so that's the main thing. That's another, like, you know, thing I have to agree with. Another funny thing I have to mention, which I've kind of find funny. There's certain parts and certain levels of this game where you can pick up enemies and either A, throw them in the water, as you see here, you can throw them in the water, or later on when you go to the building, just throw them off the building like they're the biggest pieces of shit. And I can only imagine how Goldar was telling Rita how this was going down. I mean, I can only imagine how that's going down.
My mistress Rita, I have some terrible news.
What is it, Goldar?
Well, the Power Rangers are taking the Putty Army and literally just throwing them off a building.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they just go towards them, grab them, and toss them off like they're big pieces of shit.
This is outrageous! We need to put a budget to make them fight better, because this is ridiculous!
I mean, we already have too many budget cuts as it is. This isn't even a sword, it's actually just a twig.
Fuck! Pretty hilarious, huh? I mean, Jesus, like, what can you do? I mean, it's like, you know, I think John Trott said best, when you have a way to destroy something, you know, just, you're gonna keep doing it. But I find it funny, but still, you can't do it to certain enemy types that you see, you can't pick up and grab, so you couldn't do it to everybody. Otherwise, it'd just be a simple breeze through level. But still, it's fun. And also, people complain about the graphics as well. Look, it's not the best in the world, I'm not gonna lie. People saying it's like, oh, it's like bad, like a Newsgrounds, like something you see off Newgrounds. Look, I admit it's not the best in the world, but for what it is, it's good. It's decent. It's not the best. Oh my god, best graphics ever. I mean, and for one, I don't play for graphics. I care for gameplay. But for what it gets, it's still good. I mean, I think it's like, you know, I guess try to go for that old school, maybe like arcade kind of look to it. I mean, it's good. It's not great or groundbreaking, but for what it is, I mean, you know, their Power Rangers, you know, they look like they look pretty decent. So, I mean, I've seen worse.
Well,
But
talking of leg, you don't even fight Rita. Lord Zed just comes out of nowhere and says, "Fuck you, faggot."
oh yeah, that's another thing. I was just gonna get to that. Where, you know, I grew up with Rita so long, I kind of like, you know, at a certain point I stopped watching Power Rangers because I was moving a lot in Miami, and I kind of lost track. And Zed took over for a bit. And yeah, it's so funny, you know, you would think, oh man, you know, you finally get to this stage, you're gonna fight Rita, and Zed's like, nah, fuck you, bitch, I'm taking over. And I'm like, wow, Rita just got the middle finger in this game. So for you Rita fans like me who's hoping to fight her, nope, sorry. Instead told her to go fuck herself. Seriously, damn. That's kind of harsh. I kind of wish.
What a way to treat your wife.
Are they married? Oh, wow, that makes it worse. Jesus. Wow, okay. Yeah, for real, it's like, now it makes it more awkward. How is that good? But I had to do it, honey, I'm sorry. You son of a bitch, you embarrassed me for those people. Never speak to me again. Oh, god damn it, what have I done?
Oh, I'm just sleeping on the couch tonight.
He's in the doghouse now. It's so true. It's like, I wish you fought her first, and then she's like, "Well, sorry, bitch, it's my turn." Like, I wish it was like that, and to make it cool, have it scripted to where you lose that fight no matter what. It's a scripted loss, that like that. I think it'd be better than just be like, just tell her to f off. I don't know. I felt Rita should deserve more justice than what she got. That's just my opinion. Also, it's kind of like it's cool thing. It's kind of like an RPG system too, to where like you go to the I robot
Alpha 5.
Alpha 5. Thank you. And
You're welcome. Just doing my job as a disembodied voice.
whoa. Thanks, Sony. And you go to Alpha 5 and you see from the footage you can pick different things to upgrade. Like you can upgrade your basic combos. You can upgrade your your health, your special meteor, upgrade your your sword attacks or your gun, or do team attacks, which I've seen. Not for nothing, I've seen it. I've seen some footage on it. It's like just seems useless and pointless to waste it on. So it's like, why bother? but you get like so there's that. It's pretty basic, nothing really deep to go on. Here's this basic how it is pretty much. And you get different locations. You find the city. You find like the rooftops. You're like on top of like a board, like throwing people in the water, which I find hilarious. But yeah, it's just a fun game. It never really gets too hard. You know what I'm saying? It's nice, balanced, and fair. And the cool thing is, it's also enemies are very telegraphy. You just just like read them, look out. They telegraph a lot. Just look out for their movements, and you can pretty much know when to hit them and when to get away, kind of thing. So just pay attention, and you have them beaten down in no time. So seeing this guy's got to pay attention, and I guess another main complaint people can play. Well, if you play a lot of players, you will get enough orbs. I think how they fixed that, so every enemy you kill, you get some blue energy automatically to your character, so you won't feel left out and you become morph faster. Because the sad thing is, when you're human, you can't do much combos, but once you morph, then you can do more combos and all the crazy square triangle kicks. And well, you can still kick as a human, but you can't do crazy over the top combos compared to being a Power Ranger. But yeah, it's cool, it's fun, and like I said, it is short too. But considering you only pay what, $15, it's not okay. If it was like a full retail price game, yeah, this game don't even fucking bother because it's way too short.
Activision.
So true. Damn it, it's so true. I can't even argue against that. It's like, yep, Activision. But Namco Bandai did a good job here. It's not the best beat 'em up in the world. I'm not saying it's the king of beat 'em ups. No, it's good. If you're looking for like a good Power Rangers beat 'em up and you want to play with your friends and it's on the cheap, why not get it? It's only $15. It's worth your money. I mean, I'm pretty sure the PC version you could probably do some crazy mods on there. Who knows? Maybe you could fight as like Teletubbies or something. I don't know.
They probably mod in a boss fight for Rita.
Yeah, you never know. Yeah, they might swap out a boss and put Rita, and it'll be funny to find a giant boss as giant Rita. Oh my god!
But she still has all of her bad dubbing.
Hey man, that's the charm of her, You will never defeat me, Power Rangers.
Mistress, I think you have anesthesia again.
Your face has a season. Why would you say that? You're such
You know I'm self-conscious.
What the hell are we doing? Oh, I love doing this. Anyway, so let's go recap. Combat is fun. It's very basic, just mindless fun. Graphics are good. It's not the best in the world, but it's serviceable. You know that they're Power Rangers, and it's pretty cool. Has the cool effects and everything. The levels are pretty unique. You know, they do mix up a bit. You know, from like you go into malls, the city, and top of like buildings and whatnot. Even top of a plane at one point, which is pretty crazy. So they do mix it up a bit. Some weapons, some parts feel more combo things feel more useful than others. Like the team attack feels kind of pointless, and the gun you really use a lot. Um, Except in certain parts, but most times it's just there. Like I'll give the gun, pew pew pew, but then like you need it. You know what I mean? And it's fun. Oh, and another cool thing I want to mention is the fact that if your guy goes down, you can revive them. So that's pretty cool. It's not like so it's not like if you're dead, you're like, oh well, sorry, dude, you're just dead now. Sorry, watch us have fun. No, you can like, oh no, he's down, and you can revive him. So that's cool. That's another cool thing. That's I have to mention. So yeah, you can do that as well, and just like it's a fun game. I can't recommend it enough. It's like don't listen to. I know people are saying it's bad or it's the worst beat 'em up of all time. Look, don't listen to people. Look, don't take my word for it. Go see for yourself. And I'm pretty sure it's a demo. Try the demo. If it's for you, if you like it, buy it. If you didn't like it, well, hey, at least you tried it. You never know. It might be your hidden gem or your surprise game of this year. You never know. Always, well, what I'm trying to say is, don't take things at face value. Always try some things for yourself because you never know. You might end up liking it, maybe even loving it. You never know. All right, guys. I hope you. All right, now, guys, that's it for Power Rangers, and now this. That's right, guys. It's funny. I did mention Double Dragon 3 being a bad sequel, but now we're doing a good one. Well, technically, according to like fans of the game, hardcore Double Dragon fans, they're saying like this is technically part 3, and I don't that the other one was 4. I don't know. I'm confused. Point is, whatever. I'm calling it's Double Dragon 4. Okay, just Double Dragon 4.
How about we call it Double Dragon 3, the Canon Edition?
Sure, Double Dragon Koopas. If you didn't hear Koopa, it's Double Dragon 3, the Canon Edition. But yeah, it's only sadly it's not an Xbox, sadly. What I believe is I think it's only a PS4 and PC exclusive. So sadly, I think Xbox can't get it. Though I could be wrong. Maybe it's changed. I don't know. I recently found that Ultima vs. Capcom 3 is now finally on Xbox and PC. So it might change. So don't take my word for it for now. But no, I do know for now it's only on PS4 and PC. But how is this one? It's very retro. It's a very retro not RPG. What the hell I'm saying? This is a beat 'em up. It's a very retro beat 'em up. But sadly, sometimes it's to a fault. And I ask Wacky, what do you mean? Well, I mean, yeah, it has that old school style and look and sound. But sometimes it's just like it goes a little too far trying to like relive its past. Like for example, it is an awkward like screen tearing. Maybe I'm not sure the footage we have shows it, but if you do notice it, it's noticeable as hell. I guess to give that old look, like that's how it was back in the day, kids. But it's like, I don't know. I think they should just kind of smooth it out. Look, we get it. We know it's an old game, but we don't really see like the wrinkles of its past. You know what I mean? And also, I think we have no footage of this, but I mean, it's some footage we have of platforming, but when the game goes deeper, its platforming gets like dickish, like ripping off your stealing your quarters, kind of dickish. But it's like you're not spending quarters, right? You spend like the money to get this game already. It felt just pointless and just needless, and like it's like, okay, why is this here? You know what I mean? So that's the one negative. And besides just the screen tearing, and another negative is that it's like super short. I think we showed like 4 levels, and there's only like 12. I'm not kidding. It's only 12 levels.
We almost got a good half of the game. I'll say that much.
Pretty much. From the footage you see, this looks like a good half of the game. It's like it's that short. You can beat it within like one sitting within 20 to 30 minutes at the most. Maybe 40 if it's hard. But other than that, it's not going an hour with this game. But you're not going for that. You're going for like a good, quick, like, hey, let's make an old school retro beat 'em up game because I'm bored and there's nothing really else to play. And that's just what it is. It is. It's serviceable. It's fun. I mean, yeah, the enemies can be cheap, but there's a way around them. And the one thing I do like, thank God, because it was funny. Not too long ago, me and my friend Cooper were playing Streets of Rage 2 on this little Sega Genesis thing. You've probably seen it around online, the little portable Sega Genesis. And we were playing Streets of Rage 2. We had a fun time, but there's one thing I didn't like. You can hurt each other. Just stupid. But guess what? Even though it's an old school retro game, you can have it on, but you can turn it off. Meaning, like, we don't have to worry about hurting each other. Which I'm like, that's a plus.
That's great. Wish they would have done it for the screen there.
I know. Whoa. But also, we also do, like, for example, it's not like with old school like games like, oh well, you died, game over, you gotta start all over from the beginning. No, you continue on from the last level you were on, which is cool. So let's say if you died on level 10, I think I do 9 as that works.
Yeah, you go back to the previous.
Yeah, you gotta do 9. But points.
You might want to mention how to access that though, because some people couldn't figure out how to do that.
Oh yeah, you gotta press the options button, which is aka the start button, and you'll see you'll see it in the bottom. You just scroll down to and you'll see the number you're on. The latest number to go, which is 9, or for example 9. Click on it and you'll go back to that level. So yeah, so it's not like you have to start all over again. So that's cool. So you go right back to level, and like I said, that's something like you beat it in 30 minutes. Otherwise, you know, it'd be longer if you had to like start all over again. But yeah, the enemies can be really cheap at times, but you can get over them. And plus, what else? Yeah, there's not many variety. I mean, it's still a good variety, but not like they could have done more considering that this is being used on a very, very powerful system. But I mean, it's for what's there, it's nice. You know, it's very serviceable. So it's all the classic things there, the sound effects. It's pretty cool on the sound. You know, the sound effects. You know, the graphics, the way it punches and kicks. But you don't like how the buttons are mapped. You can like go to options and swap around the buttons to make it make it to your liking and stuff. So you know like where jumps at or punches at, you can rearrange it. And man, now you feel more comfortable in doing that. You know, you use weapons and stuff, which I find funny. You just like throw rocks at people and bucks, and they just go, and they die. It's just hilarious how they die and stuff. It's just so much fun. You just use weapons and stuff, and you kind of use like special attacks, like when you're dying, you use like an up knee attack or a special punch or uppercut to kind of like tell enemies to get away from me. And it's pretty cool. You know, it's fun, and like I said, I love the fact that you can turn off them hurting you, which is really, really cool. And it's cool, like his little like this little story section. It's like, where is my girlfriend? She's in the closet. Next stage. And that's how these cutscenes play out most of the time. I'm not kidding. It's just like these short sentences. Oh no, Billy, I gotta use the bathroom. And that's stage 3. Like that's pretty much.
What if the Sora movie was like that?
What do you
It
mean?
wouldn't have even been a movie. We just would have been there for like 2 minutes.
Kirito, help me! I will save you, Austin, on stage 10. You win! That's the game, and Kirito's his whole house here. Like, yay, I win. I'm just being dumb. We're being dumb, but it's still a fun game. What else is there to mention besides, weapons? Kind of special. Oh, you could be different characters. I kind of like that. So all the enemies you see in the game, they're all playable. So that encourages like multiple. You could be like, if you want to be generic like Karate Ninja Man or a generic man with sticks, you can.
But Rocky the Blade, how do you unlock these generic characters?
Well, thanks for that question, Oni, because I have the answer.
Oh boy!
Yeah. God damn it. You can't. Oh boy. Oh man, I love
Sorry
that.
guys if I'm ruining the
No, it's great. No, it's great. Don't worry about it, man. It's making it better. But also, like my friend Koopa asked, how do you get them? Simple. It's a thing called Tower Mode. Now it goes up to like 50 or 100. And you think now you're thinking, oh god, do I have to do like all 100 to get all these characters? No, don't worry. You can get up to like if you get up to at least 27, 28 around there, you can get like pretty much all the characters, pretty much to play in the tower. And as you can see from the footage, we're even using different characters. My Koopa's the big sumo guy and the big like bald guy going yeah, and just like slapping people.
Yeah, unfortunately though, through this footage, I couldn't show off how cheap he was. Because if you make the buttons arranged a certain way, you can just do that like belly dive over and over again. That one hit kills everybody, but I didn't have the buttons mapped right, so I couldn't really pull that off.
No, it's okay. Yeah, don't worry about that. I mean, but also not everything dies with one hit though. Like some of the bosses require at least another hit. But yeah, it is pretty much one hit kill me. I just could ram him or smack him. But it's pretty funny. It's pretty fun. It's like as far as you can go kind of thing. And it's about as far as you can go. Though it gets harder though because you fight these two Asian ladies. With spoiler alert, they're like the main bosses of the game, and they shoot at you and like they can practically almost kill you. So be careful when you fight them. I recommend going after the person, killing them like fast as possible. But yeah, you know, and then you can like fight once you do, you know, get as far as you can, you get then you'll have all the characters to play in story mode, and also you get like trophies for doing that. So it encourages multiple playthroughs. Also, there's even a versus mode. I didn't get no footage of that or didn't play it, so I know it exists. So if you want to like do like hey baby, let's see who's the best, you know, kind of thing. You can do that. If you want to, it's there if you want to do that. So yeah, there's there's a typical Double Dragon story mode. There's a tower mode to see how far you can get, and there's a versus mode. And like I said, both. Ooh, excuse me. And
videos ruined. Start all over.
How was it? But yeah, for for people that want to like use like I said before, like when you use in story, all the characters you unlock. You can use them also in the story mode. You can also use them in the tower, also in the versus mode as well. So so it encourages multiple playthroughs, and also even though we use the retro music, you can also put modern music too. So that I want to see how it sounds like if the music was done today. There's that option too, and it's pretty cool. The modern music's pretty cool. So yeah, it's a good game. It's not perfect. It's short. But it's like only what, $7? That's a steal in my opinion. Was two more? I mean, I would say. I mean, in my opinion, it should be more like $5, but it's just $2 more extra dollars. It's not gonna kill you. It's only like $7, and considering the fact that you unlock plays all the characters in the game, do a tower mode, all of it's in a versus mode. You can do co-op. But I will say this though, like with Power Rangers, there is no online co-op. Again, it's only couch co-op. But but considering how little you're playing it compared to the Power Rangers, again, it's still forgivable because again, both games are really cheap. Together they're like $22, technically like $21.98 with tax. But so $21.98, but really I just rounded out to $22 for both games. I say it's worth it. Go get it. They're both worth it. They're good beat 'em ups. They're good time wasters. And they'll take up a lot of space, like 100 gigabytes or 500 gigabytes at the most. They don't eat a lot of space. They don't cost a lot. And if you want like a good short beat 'em up to have fun with your friends, and family, there you go. You got two great games right there to check out and play. So I mean, they're there for you to try out. So I don't see why not check them out. So yeah, that's it. So that's it for Power Rangers, and that's it for like Double Dragon 4. I hope you enjoyed the review, guys. Thank again, Cooper, for all that great editing he does. Please make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. As always, Rocket Blade signing out. Hope to see you guys again real soon, and thank you for watching all my videos. I appreciate everything. I appreciate you guys for watching my channel. I appreciate everything. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching my channel. I really, really appreciate it. All right, guys. Peace out.